So, hey everybody, I'm live streaming to YouTube. This is the first time I'm doing this, and my cat has been going crazy in the background. So, you might be hearing that, but I also wanted to just post a little link to all the products that I'm going to be talking about today. And here we go. This is so different. This is so weird. I also didn't announce this because I'm like, I don't even know how it's going to go. So today I'm testing the RMS Sun Cover Up Super Tint. I have this in buff. I also have the Iris and Romeo. Sorry, you're going to hear the mic a little bit. Iris and Romeo, Best Skin Days, 5-in-1 skincare dewy coverage, broad spectrum SPF 30. And I have this in, I don't know what shade I have this in. But I recently re-reviewed the Jones Road Beauty What the foundation, and a lot of people were comparing it to the Iris and Romeo, and then people were comparing it to the old RMS Uncover Up foundation. So anyway, we're going to give this a test out. You're going to see first impressions, and you can ask me questions, but I'm assuming that nobody knows this is live right now because I'm testing it. So this is just for funsies, but you will see a live impression or a live first impression that you can check later. So here we go. Pretty thick, actually. And I have all different types of brushes that I can use to apply this with. So look at that, it's pretty strong opacity out of the gate. This is SPF. I think it's interesting that they launched this headed into fall winter, but I mean, you still need sun protection in the fall and winter. And I'm using the BK Beauty brush just to press it in. Wow. Okay, so you're getting dewy. It's a little bright. Sorry about that. I usually don't record this early in the day. There's Blue. You guys, she's going nuts today, but look at that dewiness. Let's see up close how it's doing. Wow. Okay, that melted right in. There she is. Say hi to your people, Blue. You're live. That is shockingly good out of the gate. And I still have quite a bit of product left on my finger. So I'm going to say that that's about a drop of product. Really strong evening out one to the other. And it's giving dewy. Touch test is a little bit dewy as well. It's a little dewy. But let's try it elsewhere on the face. The kabuki seems to be like the way to apply it. I brought my sponge out. I usually don't like to do sponges. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I don't like to use sponges with SPF because you do need, if you're using this as sun protection, you do need more on your face. So I usually don't use tinted SPFs for sun protection because of that, because I don't know, it gets a little weird looking after a while and it gets a little too dewy. So if I was using this product for full sun protection, then I would need to apply 3 finger lengths full, which would be very, very dewy, FYI. I'm not mad at it, but if you're looking to not do that, then do that, do the do. Sorry, this is what happens when I edit. I edit these moments out. You can also use powder, press a little bit of powder on top, which is what I did in the What the Foundation video. And that was the, that powder. I can put a link to that if you want me to, also in the description of this video. But let's give it a minute to sit, and then I'll see how I can apply on top of it, see what it does, how it performs. But overall, I'm really liking. It's not sitting on top. I didn't do any exfoliating today, so it's just some skin being my skin. I really, really like this. Okay. Solid first impression. Let us do, sorry, my hair is a little bit of a mess as well. So, what's next? All right, so we have the Iris and Romeo. I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison. So this RMS product has 12% zinc oxide in there. I haven't done a full scan on the actual ingredients here. I do that all on the scorecard. You guys know that if you're a follower. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. If not, Scorecards, check it up on thestyleshaker.com. It's in depth. I scan it all, and then I share everything with you about what I learn. But this is skincare meets makeup, which is pretty par for the course with RMS. And then for the Iris and Romeo, zinc oxide 21%, which is a better percentage. There's a lot of misinformation about SPF and sunscreens out there. I'm not an expert per se, so I'm not going to go too far into that, but this has a lot of positive reviews. It does have silicones in it, I believe. That's the only thing that I know about this out of the gate. This is why I waited to use this, but I had to try it out. And it has more of a whipped kind of, it's not focusing. Focus. Okay, whatever. It's more of a whipped texture, sort of like a whipped cream, but not whipped cream. We're not talking Ready Whip here. We're talking, I don't know, it's almost like a combination between the RMS Uncover Up Foundation, which is more of a silky, creamy, richer, denser base, and the What the Foundation from Jones Road, which is definitely more of a gel cream. These are the things we get into. I know it sounds a little ridiculous to some people who are like, but what is it? It's texture stuff, and I'm very into texture. So automatically it's applying a little bit differently. I don't know if the kabuki is going to be the best bet. I'm actually going to use the teddy brush because this is a lighter pressed brush. The kabuki is a little bit too dense. Let us see. You're definitely getting glow. Less coverage, same glow. Lightweight, still pretty lightweight. They're both pretty lightweight now that I think about it. Sorry, I'm getting used to looking at the live stream monitor versus the camera. So if I'm not looking at you, poor form, I know, but this is the first time. This is the first pancake. So giving it a minute, I did not put a lot on. If you're putting the full amount on, it's going to be a lot more. Let's do it. It's thicker. Oh. Very silky smooth, very gel-like. Now we're going to see the opacity really start to show up. I love that it's a glass container. Both of these are glass containers. I'm not saying glass is the answer, but if you know me, you know I'm just trying to avoid net new plastic. And then I'm just pressing it in. Woo! The opacity is there. Okay. Isn't this fun? Sorry, I really don't even know. But I am pretty impressed. Hey, Daniela. Do I prefer, good question, kabuki brush over fingertip with RMS SPF foundation? I haven't tried it with the fingertip, but I have to tell you, I feel like it would take me, I don't know. Let's just try it. Let's try it. I feel like that could be pretty good with this because it's more liquidy. I'm going to give the Iris and Romeo a minute to set. It's definitely thicker, not thick, but it definitely does not pass the touch test as well. Let's just try the RMS with my finger application. Hi, Julie. Let's see. I feel like it's going to be pretty good actually because there was no settling. There was no sitting on top. So this could be one of those easy everyday kind of like 5-minute application moments. That's pretty great. It's pretty great with the finger. Honestly, if you don't want to miss any of the product, then I would just use your hands, or the kabuki blends it out really easily. I don't know. It depends on what you prefer for application methods and techniques, but pretty easy. I think I would prefer the kabuki, and I'll tell you why. It's because sometimes when I use my hands, I do prep with my hands. So I'll use, a tinted moisturizer, not a tinted moisturizer. I'll use like an SPF underneath. I double up. I tend to not use these SPF products on their own. However, the Best Skin Days, it has 30, the RMS has 50, so I would use that on its own. But whenever I use my fingers and I rub it across the face, sometimes it doesn't spread all over the place. So my application is uneven, but that's just me. So I find that the kabuki, if I use that, is sort of a fail safe. I'm not going to have like a smudge of makeup right here if I just use the kabuki. It just tends to blend out better and easier. Yeah. Yeah, the foundation is actually working really well for me. I was surprised because I didn't love that at first, and I think based off of the comments that people left, um, the emulsification process got significantly better. So I'm with that too. The the Miracle Balm, you mean? The Miracle Balm. So Julia's saying I sometimes like answering Q&As and people aren't, I don't know, it can be kind of weird on lives. But the Miracle Balm in Miami, there's another color as well. Those are the more highly pigmented Miracle Balms. I think if you're going to use the Miracle Balm, which is just a hot topic over here. Why did I put that over here? Anyway, if you're going to use it, you want to use something with color, higher pigment. People seem to like those. This is the Iris and Romeo Power Peptide Lip Balm. And this is in shade Peony. Oh, wow, it's sticky. I just got this as a gift. That's cute. It's not tacky, but it's very dense. So it's a kind of lip care and color as well. Yeah, something that I see a lot about the Jones Road is the marketing. So I think she started, this is my theory. I know a lot of people have opinions on this. I'm just going to finish the rest of my face. I think she started that marketing to all ages, possibly skewing more towards mature skin types, 50s, 60s, 40s. I don't know. Who knows what mature is, I guess, anymore. But now the marketing seems full force towards mature skin. And whenever I talk about it here, and whenever I talk about, sorry, I don't know why my camera's not focusing, but whenever I talk about my experience, a lot of the feedback that I receive is, I know, I'm so excited to be live. Thank you. A lot of the feedback I receive is like, well, if you're not 50, then you shouldn't talk about it. But I really do feel that it doesn't matter. You can still review it. There are people who are younger. I've received feedback and comments from people who are in their 20s trying that product out. But I do understand that it lends itself to older skin. However, people talk about old dry skin. I have to tell you, I just had an esthetician on my podcast. This is not really meant to be any type of shameless plug. She's like one of the top 5% estheticians out there. She's actually based in Nashville. And she talked a lot about mature skin myths. Some of us live in drier environments, some of us don't. But just like a lot of the feedback I received for the Miracle Balm was, listen, I have old, dry skin. And I'm not there yet. And maybe I will be there. And I will be looking back at this video going, oh, silly girl, you're going to get old, dry skin. But the esthetician was saying that that's not always the case. So as we mature, we don't always have drier skin necessarily because of that. She talked about oil production. She's the expert. I'm not, but it's worth listening to. I can put a link afterwards if you guys want to hear about it. Buff. So the RMS Sun Cover Up is in the shade Buff, and it was actually a very good shade match. I'm shocked. So I also want to look at these two. So I have Iris and Romeo here. I have RMS here. I always like to do that. They're both kind of dewy. They're not crazy dewy though. Do you know what I mean? I've seen dewier. Humid here in Tennessee. Tell me about it. Oh, I love Asheville. I love Asheville. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Asheville. I went to visit Asheville, by the way. Sorry, I'm just chiming in on your live stream conversation. But yeah, I also find that if I really do not want dewiness on top of the skin, then I could take something like, this is what the brand sent me. I was under no obligation to review it over here. None of this is sponsored, by the way. Per the norm, I guess I should do my typical disclosure. But this is the tinted face powder. This is in yellow. And if it gets too dewy, the foundation I actually feel is a little dewier than both of these. It has a bit more of a glow to it. Maybe glow is the better word, not necessarily just dewy. But I'll take a fluffy brush like this, and you're looking at it, and it's, you know, it's yellow powder. It looks kind of crazy. But if I just press it in, you can pretty much see really quickly. It mutes it really well, and it does not look like powder on the face, in my opinion, at least. But that's my trick. No, please take over. I love it. You guys have fun. Talk amongst yourself. I feel like, does anybody remember Mike Myers back at SNL days? With Linda Richmond. There it is. I don't know. I'm probably dating myself right now, but oh my gosh, the coffee talks, talk amongst yourselves. Do it. Lists. This is that bronzer stick. I just did a roundup of bronzer sticks. I did not include this in there. This is highly, highly pigmented, and it's been around for a bit. I have this in shade Harmony, but normally, if I use this, I would use this before I would put on powder bronzer. I'm actually just gonna put this on top though. Gotta make sure you blend this one out really well. And I'm going very light-handed with it. Right? Mike Myers Coffee Talk. So good. Then I could just sit here and literally do this for hours, but I don't have hours. I was telling myself I'm going to try and keep these to 15 minutes, but I'm already at 17, so I have failed that. And that's okay. That's okay. So goes life. But anyway, I don't know if any of you have tried this. Why can't I get my camera angles right here? I love using it for the eyes. And if you're worried about creasing, you can just put, say I already had a little bit of creasing there, but if I'm worried about creasing on the eyes, then I just add powder. I'll put this on top, but it's a very, 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 very light powder. And then it just creates sort of a grip, and it doesn't tend to crease on me. I think oily lids will probably want something a little bit different. Random side note, I did want to mention that that Acton Acre, this is something that I was going to post this full review today. I've been trying this now for 2 months. This is their cold processed stem cell scalp serum. The kind of short story here is that I've seen a lot of baby hair growth. I have to color my hair. It's going a little crazy right now. But however, I recently just started kind of getting a little bit of dryness on the scalp because I started using this every day. Before I was doing it every other day. But I'm not sure if it's because of this serum or not. So I want to give it another week. That's why I didn't want to post it on here. This has, like, of course, you know, you guys, this is one of the 10,000 5-star reviews. I really like the brand, everything that I'm seeing about the brand. It's founded by a trichologist. Fascinating stuff. I just want to make sure that it's an honest review. So I'm going to give it a week without using it and just see what my hair does if the scalp is different, or determine if that's, you know, something else that's bugging it. Maybe, but I still have the shower filter, so I don't know what would be causing that. And then popping on the mascara. This is the Swede yet again. Ooh, derma roller. I haven't done a derma roller. Has anybody else used microcurrent devices? After using the Zip device, I'm very curious about other well, basically the NuFace is its main competitor. I've heard good things, but I've yet to try it. I am going to try the red light from SoloWave and see how that goes. I don't know if I'm sold on the targeted treatment of red light therapy. yet. There's a lot to learn. There are books that I want to read about it. Have yet to read those, but there's just so much information about red light therapy, and I hear all good things, so I want to give it a shot. But we'll see. It's coming soon. I don't know calcium. Yes, zip. Wait, what's painful? Oh, the derma roller. I've yet to do the derma roller. You know, a friend of mine just actually got micro needling done, and her downtime was very minimal. I'm getting more into the tools and things like that, I guess, these days. I don't know. Maybe it's the marketing that's gotten to me. Maybe not. But yeah, I am very interested. Her skin looked pretty amazing, but she had it done at an office. And I really don't know if I would ever do at-home microneedling. I'm not against it. I don't really want to mess with my skin that much, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the dermal roller is similar to that. I don't know enough about the dermal roller. This mascara is amazing though. Just gonna say, and I have a code. I don't know if I already said that at this point. I've used it. I think it's on its last legs, but that's actually why I also said it's amazing, because by the time I get to this point, these start clumping up, you know? This one hasn't done it yet, and it hasn't irritated, and it gives me Ilia Limitless lash vibes, but without the irritation. Some people might not have irritation with that one. I did, which was so sad because I loved that mascara. Yes. Sweet is really cool. And I have a bunch of other products from them I haven't tried. I do every month or so, I try and cycle in and out these long-term tests. And I've cycled out. So I did the zip. I finished up the Actin Acre. The sun is going in and out. That's what you're seeing, by the way. And now I'm going to try, I think, Solar Wave next. And I'm using the Maya Chia Lash Growth Serum and Brow Growth Serum. I really want it for the brows. We'll see how that works. But those are going to be like the 30-day reviews that are coming up. And then I'm thinking of doing a water filter review, because I brought that up on my Instagram stories, and it's complex. Like, I get it. Finding the right water filters, and, you know, Berkey versus not Berkey, and what do you do? So I think I've really actually found, it's hard to talk and put on lip liner, a good setup, and I could share that if you guys are interested. It's off brand in the sense that it's not beauty, but the water is important. It's basically skincare. You gotta stay hydrated, right? So those are the main things that I wanted to test today. Basically, the RMS. I'm very impressed with how this is. Let's just see how it's sitting right now. Man, these are both really good. Huh. Sweet mascara. You know, I haven't tried the RDF mascara, and they just came out with a concealer, and a lot of people have asked me about that mascara. So I think I'm going to have to invest in it and then do a little bit of a face-off battle kind of situation. So I don't technically know, Jessa, sorry. So they're both, the Iris Romeo is a little bit more tacky. It's not really tacky sticky. I hate saying that, but I can feel it more. RMS, I don't feel as much. The RMS, I absolutely, first impression, really, 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 really like. I'm very impressed. Things applied nicely on top of it. And then the Iris and Romeo, I feel like, is doing a good job as well. So comparison-wise, you're getting a higher SPF protection from the RMS. Skincare-wise, they're very different. I don't know if the RMS has dimethicone in it. Actually, I want to check that out right now. If you don't mind, I'm going to read the list. Water first, shea butter. You guys are probably like, please don't read this entire list to me. Sorry for the allergies, but I do not see dimethicones. I don't see cones. No cones. Yeah, I think RMS, well, they came under new ownership. I feel like they went a little out of control for a bit, and then they've really, with this revamp, done a good job. I feel like they're on the up and up for me. For a minute there, I was not necessarily loving what they were coming out with. I don't know why, but I agree with you. I think they're coming out with some really interesting products. And then I did try that's the other thing. I have so many products that I haven't featured on this channel yet. So I tried their bronzer in tan lines. Have you tried their bronzer yet? I like this. This is pretty interesting. I think it's refillable. I'm not sure how well refillable products actually hit the sustainability mark. Well, I'm just applying bronzer on bronzer at this point. I mean, why not? But I like this because it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's also cooler toned, and this is built up a lot, but it's cooler toned, and I feel like it's easier to control because it's not loose. Do you know what I mean? So it's a pressed powder, so it's a little bit easier to work with. But that's one that I've been really liking. And then what I tend to do here, really, if I'm traveling or busy, I'll just take this and then I would apply it on top of the other stuff, aka the List bronzer, and it's done. You're done for the day. Everything is a multitasker. I will die on that hill. That's so melodramatic. But yeah, I see niacinamide in here. I see there's adaptogenic things. Again, I have to do a full review. But it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure what ashwagandha is going to do for my skin. I know that it would calm down my nervous system if I took it as a supplement. And then a quick comparison to the Iris and Romeo. I really hope they fix their concealer, by the way, because I love their concealer, but it separates. They need to talk to Jones Road about the emulsification process and figure that out. Otherwise, it's really hard to say that I love that product. Oh, I don't think they have their active ingredient on here, but that's it. I don't see any other ingredients listed here. But it has the whole made without sulfates, synthetic fragrances, cruelty-free, vegan, yada, yada, yada. That's this guy. And then, oh, the Westman Atelier concealer. They're so expensive. Can I be honest? Like, they're very expensive. And yeah, I probably should. You know, the other Westman that I want to review is the Skin Drop Tints, whatever those are. That one. So to answer your question in a non-concise way, yes, or that's my concise format of answer. But yeah, I do want to try the Westman concealer. That's brand new. I think that maybe against the RDF concealer would be an interesting one. By the way, the Westman Atelier lipstick that I got, there's a matte lipstick that I bought, which is beautiful. And it's in a ton of packaging, which I'm sure that's what I'm paying for, and the marketing. But I actually really ended up liking it. So I can do a get ready with me or maybe a test over here or a live stream with that too. And then this was sent to me by Beauty Heroes. This is the Inner Sense Body Butter. I just did a full scorecard for the Weleda Body Butter, which I liked quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have tried it. This is really good. And the reason I like it more, first impression, full review coming soon. But the reason I like it is, you know how body butters can kind of take forever to rub in, or they're thick and they're sticky, or you know what I mean? Like they can be kind of annoying sometimes. This is really good at soaking into the skin quickly. So I'm liking it. Like I had to apply it and then go to the gym, and it didn't feel heavy or anything. It was great. Loved it so far. But we'll see. I'll do the full review. And that's it. I think that's it. I think that's all for this look for Sunday. But yeah, this was kind of fun. This was a fun live stream. And do you guys have any other questions that you want to ask currently while I'm still here? I don't want to take up everybody's time. It's already been almost 30 minutes, which is crazy. But yeah, I'll start doing some more body butters that are top picks. So I'm thinking, okay. I really like the Weleda, like I mentioned. I think it's under $20 or at $20. I like the True Botanicals. I think it's pricey for what it is, and you have to really like the herbal scent. But I really did like that. And this guy from Inner Sense is climbing the list pretty quickly. I've tried the Osea body butter. People love it. I liked it. I just found it to go very, very quickly because I probably liked it so much. So for that price, I was expecting it to last a little bit longer. And I'm trying to think of any other body butters that I've tried. Those would be the main ones. Let me see. Let me go on Credo for a second. This is kind of fun. Body butter. Oh my God. Well, they have so many pop-ups on their site. Yes, the Weleda body butter is just so good. You know what I used to love? back in the day? Do you guys remember the Body Shop body butters? Does anybody remember the Body Shop body butters? They were the best. It was like a shea butter and a cocoa butter. I think I liked the vanilla one. Vanilla was my scent. You know, like that really artificial vanilla. That was my college scent. I don't know why, but it was. But yeah, I used to love that. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I'm looking at Credo and Detox Market for their other body butters. You know what I haven't tried from Violets or Blue? They have an argan oil body cream. I do love the brand. I just haven't tried that yet. And yeah, Le Prunier is $80. I don't know. I would have to have that gifted or something, but right, they were so good. There's not a lot of body butters out on the market, I guess, in the cleaner space, right? But the Le Prunier might be a contender, but I mean, $80. I'm just not there yet. Personally, I'm not there yet. I think that's a lot for a body butter. Just going to say that. But yeah, the Weleda, $20 works like a little charm. I'm a fan, but I might look into more body butters. I am going to do a little roundup of body butters soon because winter is coming. So we're getting ready. And then I thought it would be fun to do a kind of like cold skin prep. I never had to do that when I was in California because it never got really that cold. But I think it would be good because I do like to switch up the products right around now, even though it's still humid and in the 80s here, just to prepare the skin for winter. So I think that would be potentially helpful. You guys tell me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. If there are any other products that are on the top of your mind that you're thinking about or you would want my opinion on, maybe a battle, let me know. And there you go. That was my first live stream. This was so fun. Thank you guys for hopping on. I will potentially do this again. I'll take a little poll on the channel and see if you guys enjoy this format. I think this is pretty fun, but I don't know. it's like, I wish I could hear you. That would be so great. That would be in person, but one day we'll get there. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will put all of the links and everything in the description for you. Thank you for being here. This was fun with this little group. And yeah, ask any questions in the comments afterwards and anything that you would like to see on the live stream as well. Put those in the comments and then I will take those to heart. I read every comment. So I can kind of absorb those and come up with new ideas for future live streams. We can cover different topics. But oh, I haven't tried Cora's body butters. Somebody else just reached out about that. Sorry. Got my little ADD going. Thank you, Lori. That was very helpful. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Mwah. Thank you for showing up. And I will see you back here real soon. Bye.